And in the same unit 1, we have limits, fits and tolerances. Limits, fits and tolerances. What is limit? Limit is the maximum value of dimension of a member. Limit is the maximum value of dimension of a member. It can be upper limit or lower limit. Upper limit means maximum value and lower limit means minimum value. So maximum dimension and this is minimum dimension. Next, fits. Based upon various types of parts or elements to be assembled together, we will have different fits. Those fits are clearance fit, transition fit and interference fit. In the clearance fit, when two members are to be joined together, let us say we take an engine cylinder and a piston. The piston has to move inside the engine cylinder. The nature of movement of the piston inside that, it is sliding. That means there must be a slight gap in the outer diameter of the piston and inner diameter of the cylinder. This is known as clearance. So this type of clearance is known as sliding fit. So here the fit between the piston and cylinder is known as sliding fit. It comes under the clearance fit. And there is another kind of clearance. This is known as running fit. So we have a fan over here. The fan is rotating and fan is fixed to the roof with the help of a canopy rod. Rod is fixed but the fan is rotating. That means between these two there is some relative motion. So that relative motion induces friction and heat. In order to reduce that friction and heat, we are attaching or we are providing a member called bearing. So that bearing is having two parts. One is inner race and another is outer race. So this inner race is fixed to the canopy rod, whereas outer race is fitted to the hub of the fan, and these two are having some clearance between them so that the hub can rotate about the inner race of the bearing which is fitted to the ceiling. So therefore that kind of clearance is known as running fit. For rotating members, the clearance is known as running. It may be a fan bearing, it may be a turbine bearing, it may be pump bearing. So all these are having clearance fit and which comes under running fit. Then transition and interference. First let us talk about interference. Interference means one is being obstructed by another. Suppose this is having an outer diameter of 1 inch. That means 30 mm, roughly 25 mm, let us say. So this is having an outer diameter of 25 mm and here is a pipe which is having the inner diameter of 25 mm. This is 25, this is also 25. Can you push it inside the other? It is very difficult. If it is 24, is it possible to push it? It is much more difficult. In that case, what you are going to do? You are going to heat the pipe. So the pipe is heated uniformly and the solid member is inserted into it and then the assembly is cooled and finally the assembly acts as a single member. This kind of fitting is known as shrink fitting. Shrink fitting is done and that comes under the interference fit. So now between the clearance and interference fit you have the transition fit. That means the one part, let us say you have taken this pen pen is having a cap. When you put it and when you reverse it, it is going to come out. But when you push it a little bit harder, then it is going to click. Now, when you reverse it, it is not going to come. You need to pull. So this is the case where initially there is clearance between the outer diameter and the inner diameter, but after that there is the outer diameter and inner diameter are either same, or this one, the inner diameter is slightly smaller. Then by pushing it, you are going to obtain a fit. That fit is known as the transition fit. So now limits, fits and tolerances are also comes under the first unit of DMM1. Till now we have discussed things like what is design and what is machine, what is engine, and then what is the design of the element. That means we are either determining the maximum load carrying capacity by knowing the material and dimensions, or the maximum load is already determined. According to that load for a particular material, how much is the cross-sectional area we need to provide. So these two are taken into consideration. That means before failure occurs. So failure occurs at the ultimate stress, and when we apply the suitable factor of safety, the corresponding stress is known as allowable stress. This allowable stress is equal to load upon the area. Either you are going to find out the safe load or the maximum area for the safe operation conditions. So with this we come to an end as far as the introduction part of the machine design series is concerned. Thank you very much.